Hello and welcome. Today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. I want to discuss Martel Holt and his response to finding out that Melody is having a party to celebrate her name change. Let's talk about it.
Like for me, I want to know everybody who goes to it. They're my friends, because I won't be there.
The views expressed in this video are for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is alleged.
I want to know everybody who goes to it. They're my friends. Like for me, I want to know everybody who goes to it. They're my friends.
Can y'all believe your ears? Martel is telling Miss Fletcher that he doesn't want her to go to Melody's celebration, name change and celebration, because he feels like Melody is meddling with him, and because they're his friends. And they shouldn't be, anyone that's his friend shouldn't be going to Melody's party, because it's like a slap in his face and Melody is doing it to just be spiteful. That is his mentality. That's what he has concluded. But once again, we see Martel Holt is absolutely delusional. Anything dealing with this man is absolutely negative. His thought processes make people want to shake him and say, come back to reality. As Martel's life is filled with so much toxicity, so much dysfunction, so much stupidity, ignorance, foolishness, ratchetness, you name it. If it's negative, it's dealing with Martel Holt. Martel wants Melody miserable because he's miserable. He doesn't want people, talking about anybody that's his friend now. Man, do you understand? You are too old to be worried about friends. When you were a little kid and all of that foolishness was important. But as a man, you should be more concerned about your children. You should be more concerned about parenting your children and keeping negative people out of their life. That's what you should be concerned about. You shouldn't be concerned about Melody. You don't have anything to do with how she spent her money. If she want to go spend her money on a party to celebrate her name change, that's what she will do. And also, and if anybody wants to go to their party, that should be what they should do, not because you don't want them to go. And then you also added in there because you're not going. Now, I don't know if that was edited in there, but no, you're not going. She don't want you in her house. She don't want you nowhere around her. You wouldn't come to anything that I have because you're always bringing negativity with you. And again, for Martel to think that Melody is going to spend all of this money, do all of this planning just to spite him, that is so delusional. When I say delusional, that is a delusion of grandeur. That means, hey, I'm the big shot. I'm everything. Everybody do everything because of me. But you know what? Because of your ego, because Martel's ego is so big, he thinks that everybody is doing everything just because of him. Man, newsflash, Martel Holt, Melody is not having a party to spite you. She don't care about you. What is it that you don't get about that? She does not care. She's glad to do the name change ceremony because she realized the importance of a name. And yes, she should celebrate her name change. She's having a party. I heard somebody say that they would have had a parade. I think that, if I had the money, I would go have a big festival to celebrate my name change, especially because that Holt name was connected to so much negativity and associated with so much negativity when it came to Melody. Because Martel, you had the opportunity to make everything right before the divorce, during the divorce, and after the divorce, but you chose not to. And you continued to try to harm this woman who had did nothing, absolutely nothing to you, but you were the one that was running around cheating on her. And you had this lady that was bringing all types of negativity with her, and you would not cut her off. And I'm not going to say even cut her off, but you would not put her in check and say, do not disrespect my wife. Do not disrespect my children. But you did none of that. You allowed her to do it, and you joined in with her to disrespect your wife and your children. This is why I say that you are a horrible father, because you will not protect your children from hurt and harm and danger. When you put that lady in their life, when you did that, that to me was the ultimate way of putting your children in harm's way. You should keep those children away from her, because now we see her running around with this big Chester grin on her face, calling your children's name, and she did it because you asked her to. You are low down, dirty, no good father, daddy, piece of I forget, I don't curse, piece of nothing. You know what? You did that for a reason. You're doing it because you think it's funny. You're doing it because you want to hurt Melody. But you didn't think about your children when you did that. You had this idiot on the camera talking about calling your baby girl's name. When have you heard Melody call your son, your baby son's name? She has not done that. And you should not allow that woman to put your children's name in her mouth because she doesn't care for those kids. You did that. You did that because you're low down, and because you, for whatever reason, you know, and you know the reason why you did that. And you know that it is not right for you to allow that lady to get onto her Instagram or TikTok or anything and call your children's name. She should not do that. But you let her do it. You put her up to do it. Why did you put her up to do that, Martel Holt? Why did you do that? I think it's because you don't have a conscience. You are as low as they go. You are the scum of the earth to put your children in the middle of your games you're playing with your baby mama. Now, if you want to do that, play games with your son, your baby son, that's your business. If Coleslaw wants to play games with her daughter and her father don't have anything to do, I don't have a problem with, then that's what y'all do. But do not bring Melody's children in the middle of your mess. I don't care what you're trying to do. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. I don't care if you're trying to get on the show. I don't care if you're trying to start a TikTok. I don't care if it's trying to hurt Melody. I don't know what your motives are, but you did that, and it's going to hurt your children, and you care nothing about it. And because of that, I hope it backfires on you and Coleslaw. But again, put your youngest son's name. And see, when people start talking about your youngest son, you had a problem with that. People stopped doing that. They stopped talking about your child because you got mad about it. Now, all of a sudden, you feel it necessary to allow your big mouth, low down, dirty, ignorant girl, whatever she is to you, baby mama, put the Melody's children's name in her mouth, speaks to just how low down you are. And so with the kids, you need to leave them out of your mess. Go find some toys to play with if you just got to be playing with something. Better yet, go read a book. Open up a newspaper. Do something constructive. Do something where your brain is operating in a fashion where it's learning something, instead of operating in a trick bag where only thing you want to do is see who you can manipulate, see who you can use, see who you can try to trick, and manipulate. And you call Melody a master manipulator? You just mad. Now, she's not a master manipulator. You thought that you were, because you were allowed for so many years to trick people. But you were not the master manipulator. Like Melody said, the joke is really on you now. The joke is on you because you are a joke. You're further mad because really the only one you have continued to be able to trick is your baby mama. She is the trick and you are the trick. So, hey, that's the only person that you have continued to manipulate. People like Sheree, people like that, they're not going to let you continue to use them, and because they see through you. People see that mess. You're not going to be able, that's the only fool that you will be able to continue to manipulate with. She, with that big old smile on her face, think that she's doing something. After all of these years, you have been able to get her to do whatever you want her to do. This lady is going to, I don't really even care what's going on with her, to be honest about it. As long as she keep them kids' name out of her mouth, then everybody will be just fine with her. But keep Melody's children's name out of your big, fat, stinking mouth. And you, Coleslaw, and Martel, bitter ex-husband, bitter baby daddy, mad because he can't go to the party, mad because Melody don't want to have nothing to do with him, mad at the world because he messed up, mad because he don't want to take accountability, mad because he don't want to look in the mirror and admit that you're the scum of the earth and that you're low down and that you're dirty. Look in the mirror and realize that you messed up a whole lot of things that you cannot fix. Mad at the world because of the choices that you made. Mad at everybody because they're not going to cut Melody off just because you want them to. Mad because you stuck in a what they call loader bar, a low place. That's what you're mad about. But hey, it's only your doing. So hey, live with it, deal with it. Yes, everything in this video is a legend in my opinion, but there are so many men like Martel Holt who leave destruction everywhere they go. You go to one relationship, you trick people, you love bomb them, you for your own self satisfaction, your own gratification. Just because of your own ego, just because you want what you want, and you don't care about what other people need in their life. You don't care again about what is going on. Those children, your 4 children with Melody, only thing they need in their life is some peace. Don't bring all this chaos in their life. For Martel to have brought that, put them kids in that situation, to me, and I'm only on the outside looking in, so I really can't say this for sure. But you hear so many stories of people who who live through these type of things. And y'all go over there and listen to Uppity. She also talked about how Martel is going to triangulate. She was talking about how she experienced this, if I'm not mistaken, she experienced this as a child. But in her opinion, that Martel would triangulate. He would put his youngest son against his oldest son, and he would make them compete for his attention. Now, I really hope that Martel don't do that. I don't put it past him, but the only reason I say he won't be able to do it with Melody's son is because Melody keeps her son lifted up in prayer, and the blood of Jesus is covering those children. The prayers of his grandmother is covering Melody's son. But Martel, I wouldn't put it past him to try it, but it's only because he will. I don't know why, but people do that. And it's a sad case for adults to act like that and put their kids in the middle. As an adult, Martel needs to go and do some counseling. And a lot of times counseling might not help. Sometimes it does, because some people like Martel is just flat out diabolical, evil, cruel, and they get off on seeing other people hurt. Okay, I worked for many years in mental health, and one day I went into our break room, and there were people in the break room, and they we're asking people that came in this question. Here's the question. There was a lady who went to a funeral. And while she was at the funeral, she met this man. The man was handsome. He was rich. He was the man of her dreams. About a week later, she unalived someone in the family that was at the funeral. So the question is, why did she unalive this family member? I couldn't figure it out. Most people had no idea why this woman would do this. But there was one lady, I think maybe one or two, that figured it out right away. And they told me, I wasn't in there when they figured it out, but they said, well, I figured it out right away. So I'm not going to answer the question for everyone right now, but I'd like for you to drop down in the comments and see if you have an answer and put it in the comments. And once we're finished, maybe on the next video, I'll give you all the answers. And if someone gets the correct answer, I'll let you know in the comments that yes, you have the right answer. And so the only thing I'm going to say at this point, and we're going to close this video out, is that yes, Melody should have a name change ceremony. She's excited about her new life. She said she's going to bring honor to the Rogers name. That is what it's all about. Going her head on, cutting your loss. Like she said, she threw in the white towel and just said, look, no more. I cannot fight for this anymore. I have to move on. And that is what she's doing. That is what she did. And that is why Martel has not done, because he wants people miserable like he is. In my opinion, there's no way on God's green earth that man shouldn't be doing everything possible to try to make Melody's life as easy as possible for her. He should be happy to help her to be in a place of peace, to raise the children in a cohesive co-parenting environment. He should not bring anyone into her space, into her he should not let anyone talk about her or her children. He should not do that. But because of the type of man that he is, that's exactly everything that he should do is what he's not doing. And that is why I'm so happy for Melody that she's moved on. And God bless her and give her the desires of her heart. And I ask everyone this. Let's go ahead on and celebrate with Melody Cherie. We are going to let's have a Melometers party, something to celebrate with Melody during this name change. I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know if it's going to come up on this episode, but whatever episode it is, we're going to celebrate because that is what she deserves. Martel Hope, go ahead on and about your business, because you're too focused on hurting people when you need to be healing. But you know what? You don't have that in you. Or let me say it like this. I don't think you have it in you, but I don't care if you prove me wrong, because I want peace in your children's life. Something you don't seem to want. Because again, you allow your baby mama to come onto a platform and call Melody's children's name. You should not allow that lady to call your children's name. It doesn't look good. You're despicable. Because in my opinion, you allowed her to do that and you put her up to it. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I will apologize. But I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm dead on. Man, as a family man, a good father, a provider, the dominant parent, but you were anything but that. So guess what? People don't like you. You don't care, but you should. So goodbye. Go do whatever you need to do to get yourself together, which is a whole lot. If you go and get yourself together, it would be years before you came back out and said anything, because of the mess that you've made out of your life and because of who you are as a person. That's all I have. Now, that's all I have for Love and Marriage Huntsville. But please stay tuned. I'm going to give you another garden tip. It's an update on the cough syrup. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this video. What do you think about Melody having her celebration, her party for her name change? Let me know about what you feel about Martel and his stupidity and his reasons for not wanting his friends to attend Melody's event. And if you can answer the question that I posed earlier, please drop your answer in the comments as well. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And remember, I am Haanahgrace. Have a beautiful day. And this is a brief update on the cough syrup that I made. This is week 1. Now the taste is not bad, but the garlic flavor overtakes the herbs. So next time I think I'll put a few more herbs in there. But the honey, and also the honey is really sweet. So I chased it down with some hot water. But other than that, it was not bad at all. Again, that was just week 1, day 1. The goal is to prevent you from getting flus and any, infection and anything like that. So I'll keep you updated. Thank you for joining me.